Hello and welcome to Crazy Math Productions. Now we're going to be looking at a little bit more intensive look at the scientific notation that we had looked at previously. Let's go ahead and get started. Remember that we have two sets of arrows. Those will be very key to what we're doing. The left and up, the right and down. And those are pretty much it. We're going to apply those. Notice that the decimal point is right here. That's not where it needs to be. We need to have one non-zero digit to the left of the decimal for it to be properly in scientific notation. So we're going to move this to the left just one place, and of course that means this goes up. So it's going to be 4 and 56 hundredths times 10 to the 13th. Okay, again, here we've got a digit in front to the left, one digit to the left of the to the left of the decimal place, excuse me. But we need one non-zero digit to the left of the decimal place. So we're actually going to move this decimal, which is right here, one place to the right, which means this exponent is going to go down. So this is 6 and 45 hundredths times 10 to the 10th. All right, number 3, we see the decimal is here. Again, we need one non-zero digit to the left of the decimal. So we're going to move it left once. That means the exponent is going to go up. And if you're in the basement level 7 and you go up towards ground zero, that means you're going to be in basement level 6. You've gone up towards the surface. Okay, the decimal's right here between the 0 and the 1. We need one non-zero digit to the left of the decimal. So we're going to move it to the right and down. So if we move it once to the right, we're going to move it one down. So we're in the third basement level. 1, 2, third basement level here. And we go down one floor. That means we're going to be in the fourth basement level. Okay, these we're starting to get into a little bit different situation. We're going to do some regrouping here. So 5 and 5 tenths, and we're going to do 5 and 5 tenths times 3 and 3 tenths, and then we'll group the exponents together, times 10. Now, when we've got multiplication as opposed to division here, when we have multiplication, we're going to add the exponents. So this is going to be 8 plus 6. Add those exponents when we have multiplication. So 5 and 5 tenths times 3 and 3 tenths. Let's just do that real quick. Of course, you could do it in the calculator, but it's going to be 15. 15 plus 1, 16. Same thing here. Okay, so we have 1, 2 decimal places, so 1, 2 digits to the right of the decimal. We have 18 and 15 hundredths times 10 to the 14th power. It's very poorly written. So we need this decimal place. We need one non-zero digit to the left. We've got 2 right now, so we need to move this left. And this is going to go up. So 1 and 815 thousandths times 10. If you go up 1 story from the 14th story, you're in the 15th story of the building. All right, again, we're going to rearrange this. It's going to be 3 and 1/10 times, we don't need 5 and 0 tenths, we just need times 5, times 10 to the -9 plus -4. Well, first of all, 5 times 1, 5, 5 times 3, 15, 15 and 5 tenths. times 10 to the, let's see, negative 9 plus negative 4 is negative 13. Again, I don't have this in the form that I need. We need one non-zero digit to the left of the decimal place. We're going to move it left once, and of course up. Now, if I'm in basement level 13, number one, that's a pretty big basement. Number two, that's going to be from the 13th floor up one towards the surface. That's basement level 12. So 1 and 55 hundredths times 10 to the negative 12th power. All right, now this looks very intimidating until you realize that you just need to put it into this form before you begin. So let's do that. Remove this decimal place to the right, which means it's go down. So we're going to move it 1, 2, I need to zoom in, I can't see that. Okay, that's better. So move it 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So this is 1 and 62 hundredths times, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 places right. That means it goes down, so to the negative 4th. Same thing here. We move it to the right and down. Right and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 times 10 to the, we're going down, so to the negative 9th power. So we're going to rearrange this. We're going to multiply the, sort of the first term, the first factor. 1 and 62 hundredths times 9. And then we're going to add these exponents up. 10 to the negative 4 plus negative 9. Okay, now this is going to be times 10 to the negative 13th power. This, however, will need a little work. Multiply this out. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 6, 54, 55. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. 1, 2 decimal places. So 14 and 58 hundredths times 10 to the negative 13th. Again, we have two non-zero digits to the left. We need one. So we're going to move it to the left, which will mean that we're going to move up towards ground zero. So 1 and 458 hundredths, or thousandths, excuse me, 458 thousandths times 10 to the negative 12th power. And there we go. Okay, now we're in a slightly different realm here. What's going to happen is we're going to divide everything, number one, instead of multiplying, as far as the first factors here. But also, we're going to subtract the exponents instead of adding them. So 2 and 7 hundredths divided by 9, top dog in the house. If you think of this as a little dog house. 9 goes into 2 0 times. 9 goes into 27 3 times. So this is 3 tenths times, and again I just divided that, 10 to the 16 minus negative 8. And we can keep change there. So that's really 16 plus 8. This is 3 tenths times 10 to the 24th power. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move this decimal to the right to get one non-zero digit up front. That also means we're going to have to move it down. So 3 times 10 to the 23rd power. And that's it. Let's look at the next one. 22 and 5 tenths divided by 5. 5 goes into 2 0 times. 5 goes into 25 5 times. And there we have it. That's 5/10. So 5/10 times 10 to the -7 minus 6. Keep, change. -7 plus -6 is -13. And again, we need one non-zero digit to the left, not to the right. So we're going to have to move this to the right, the decimal to the right, which means we move down a floor. So 5 times 10. In the basement level 13, you go down one more, that's going to be basement level 14 in the building. Okay, last but not least in this little section, same thing that we had the last time. We're going to have to put this in scientific notation. So the decimal is going to have to move to the right, which means we're going to have to go down as far as the building goes. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. That's 8 and 1/10 times 10. So we've gone down, so that's -6. 5, 6 times negative. Okay. Here we have the decimal. We're going to have to move left, which means we're going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do it. With 1 and 8/10 times 10 to the 9th power. Okay, now that we have it in this form, we can go ahead and divide. So 8 and 1/10 divided by 1 and 8/10. We're going to move this decimal place to the right once on both the inside and the outside, the dividend and the divisor. So this is 18 into 81. 18 goes into 81, let's see, 4 times if I remember. So 8 times 4, 32. Could be 7. So we're left with 9. Again, you could do this with the calculator, but sometimes it doesn't hurt the old-fashioned way. 18 into 90, I believe it's 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 5, 1 plus 4, 9. Oh, here it is. 4 and 5/10, excuse me. So 8 and 1/10 divided by 1 and 8/10 we've done here is 4 and 5/10 times 10 to the -6 minus 9, since we had division. We're going to keep, change. -6 plus -9 is -15. And this is in scientific notation, so we're ready to go. 4 and 5/10 times 10 to the -15th power. Okay, 2 more, and we'll call it a day. Basically, what we're going to need to do is, let's go ahead and work on these. How about this for you? We'll work on the yellow first, and then we'll combine them vertically. So let's work just on this part. We have 2 and 2/10. I'm just going to copy this down so don't forget about it. 2 and 2/10 times 3 times 10. Now, since we're multiplying, we're going to add the exponents. So 10 to the -8 plus 5 power. And just copy the numerator down. We'll not really worry about it, but we don't need to forget it either. 2 and 2/10 times 3 is going to be 6 and 6/10 times 10 to the -8 plus 5 is -3. Okay, now we can combine these vertically. 6 and 6/10 divided by 6 and 6/10 is 1 times 10 to the 9 minus -3. Again, because we have this division here, we subtract instead of what we did here, which was add. Multiplication of like bases, add your exponents. Division of like bases, subtract your exponents. So now let's finish this out. Keep, change. This is 9 plus 3 is 12. And that's it. 1 times 10 to the 12th power. Okay, last but not least, we need to combine horizontally first would be a good idea. And the denominator will just be along for the ride for just a moment. Let's rearrange this. 2 and 5/10 times 4 times 10 to the negative 3 plus negative 8 power over 8 times 10 to the 7th power. Again, I'm going to ignore this for a minute. 2 and 5/10 times 4. Well, that's 2.5 times 2 would be 5, so times 4 would be 10. The quirky way I like to do it. Times 10 to the, see, negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. And you have an option here. You could go ahead and put this is not in standard, it's going to be in scientific notation. You could move it to be in scientific notation, or you could just divide it as is, and we'll worry about that at the end. Now that's the choice I'm going to make. We won't worry about the scientific notation yet. We're just going to do it as it is. So 10 divided by 8. 8 goes into 10 one time. Add a 0. Bring it down. 8 into 20 is 2. 8 into 40 is 5. So I have 1 and 25 hundredths times 10 to the negative 11 minus 7, because we have division here. We're going to keep, change, change. 1 and 25 hundredths times 10 to the negative 18th power. And that's actually in scientific notation, so I'm ready to go. Okay, that's been it for Crazy Math Productions today. Thank you very much for watching.